in the classroom. The category is controversy. See which Jeopardy topic has some viewers crying sexism. Star of the hit sitcom The Goldbergs, Jeff Garlin flashes back to when he hit the beach with Pamela Anderson on Baywatch.
If I could, I'd go back in time and do it all over again.
Ron Perlman's telling you how his journey from Beauty and the Beast to bad biker on Sons of Anarchy led him to Easy Street. Rosie O'Donnell is talking discreetly with her buddy Mary Lou Henner about some sensitive subjects that only girlfriends can share. With your hosts, Whoopi Goldberg, Nicole Rosie Perez, and Rosie O'Donnell. It all starts now on The View. On The View.
Hey, we're going pink today to kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month because the truth of the matter is this affects all of us.
Yeah.
If you have breasts, male, female, it affects you. And Rosie, you can speak directly to this.
Yeah, my mom died of breast cancer in 1973, and back then it was a very scary disease that a lot of people died from. Most women survive now. That's fantastic news.
Yeah.
You got to get on your health and know the statistics. Very sadly, 30,000 women die of breast cancer every year, but one thing that women don't know, 300,000 die of heart disease every year.
That's it.
So breast cancer, we got to pay attention, and while you're getting your breast checked, get your heart checked too, ladies.
There you go. And you know, because we have two Rosies, we like to do Rosie, Rosie, back to back. Rosie, Rosie, back to back. You know? And Rosie, this is great news for us, what you're going to talk about, because it's something we've not really had the wherewithal to celebrate before, but now we do. Please tell us, what is this month, my dear?
This month is Heritage Month.
Woo!
It started on September 15th, and it'll end on October 15th. And we have some really cool stuff coming up in the coming weeks that will add to the celebration. And you know, there are 54 million Hispanics, Latinos, whatever you want to call us, we'll take it, living here in America, which makes 17% of the population. And I just want to take this moment,
please,
with the war going on and the wars that have been going on. I want to give a shout out to all the servicemen in the world, especially the Latinos. And Latinos, men and women, have been on behalf of the United States since the American Revolution, since the Civil War, and nobody gives them that credit. So I just want to give you guys a shout out today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amen, sister.
All right. And you know, when Rosie said we're going to be doing stuff. It's going to be happening. Hey, you know, the hottest topic in America right now is the worst Ebola outbreak in history. Has come to the United States, which we actually knew eventually would happen. But I got to say, I was arrived from Liberia, is under quarantine right now in Dallas. And the CDC is trying to locate everybody that he has come in contact with. I really thought, and maybe I misread something, but I thought if you were coming from any place that had been infected, that when you come into the country, we would know who you were, and we would watch you over the weeks to see if you started to manifest anything. But maybe I dreamt that. But I thought that's what we were doing, and apparently it's not.
No, I don't think we have the manpower to, I mean, that's a great theory. It would be wonderful, you know. So tragic for the people in Liberia. They say that there's a chance that half the population may be killed from this in that country.
See, I think we do have the manpower. I think, and we definitely, the problem here that I'm concerned about is the health resources over there.
Yeah.
It's severely lacking. And, you know, when there was an issue in Rwanda and everybody came together and NASCAR racer Jeff Gordon came and put $1 million of his own, people are now paying attention to that issue now. Who was it?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
He gave $50 million to fight about. And
say that again.
He gave $50 million.
$50 million.
It's the largest gift ever given by the Gates Foundation. President Obama has dedicated a ton of resources. We've got $175 million. The U.S. federal government. We have $500 million in assistance coming from our military. So America, we were talking before about how when someone anywhere in the world sneezes, it's America that says Gesundheit. So I think we are doing a lot. I think that what makes this disease so deadly in Liberia and in West Africa is just to the drugs. Ebola is curable, and I'm still haunted by the movie Outbreak when Dustin Hoffman had on the whole spacesuit, and I was like, oh God, get him the serum, because the whole, they were all in the tents, so terrifying. But actually, if that were to happen here now, Dustin Hoffman and all his people would live because we have the drugs here. What's wrong there is that culturally people are being treated like the sick out in the street. The sick can be healed, they can be cured. They're dying of dysentery. They're not dying of Ebola.
And they don't have the hospital staff. They don't have the hospitals.
Period. It's not even about staff. I mean, this is a part of the world where access to health care is incredibly limited.
I mean, it's crazy. If you got money, you have. It's limited, but it's better.
Or and the biggest
but the biggest issue right now is, people have to know how this all works, and so, Richard Besser, who is usually ABC's doctor of choice to talk about this, he's over in West Africa right now. When he comes back, which will be very soon, we want him to explain to us exactly what's going on, because it's nice to see the guy saying we are definitely going to make sure this doesn't happen, and blah, blah. I want to hear from Dick Besser.
Okay.
I want to hear Dr. Dick Besser. How about this? In a CNN interview that aired this morning, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie was talking about losing a friend to drug addiction, and things kind of got into very personal territory for him. Take a look.
The war on drugs was well-intentioned. It just has not worked. So I'm not worried about turning anybody off. I want to tell people the truth.
What about the disease of obesity in this country? Is that something that you think about in the back of your mind that you might want to talk about as a public policy platform as well?
I think at some point when appropriate, I would. Because I know that struggle personally, and I know how difficult it is. But I will be careful, because I don't want to proselytize. I know how difficult it is to deal with this problem, and I know it's made more difficult at times when people feel who are struggling with it that they're being lectured to, and I've gone through that.
Do you think it's an addiction?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, but what I will tell you is that I know it's a struggle.
I mean, it's kind of refreshing to hear, someone say, hey, I'm not sure what this is, but I got it.
Yeah.
And I want to do something about it. I want to talk about it.
It's so important to me on so many levels. I mean, I think Dana got to something that most reporters are afraid to ask him about, and that's his own struggle with. And I think to get him to speak about it in such personal terms, where he acknowledges, I don't know if I'm addicted to food. I don't know if it's an addiction. Is so refreshingly honest to me from a politician about a topic that is so important to everybody. And we've talked already here about childhood heart disease killing more people than anything else. The other thing that's important to me about Chris Christie, and the other reason why I love the prospect of him running for president, is that he's willing to modernize the Republican Party. No, the war on drugs did not work out. Let's not work out. Let's try something else. I love that he had the courage to say that.
It's interesting that you say that, because and they were making mention of how different he is on the campaign trail, even though he's not running yet, in contrast to the last time, and he's not so rash about it. Yes,
He's not bombastic.
He's not bombastic about it, and this was the first time I've ever seen him be so vulnerable. and honest, you know, outside of Sandy. And so I appreciated that. I'm not voting for the man, but I respect
the point, right? We don't have to vote for them, but it's better for our politics if we don't hate each other. I mean, it's better, it's healthier.
Well, it's actually, you know, it's nice to not be cussing about who's running. It's kind of nice to watch people going, uh-oh, we really have to figure out what to do on both sides. It's kind of exciting. It might actually be an interesting election. But you know what's more interesting than that? We are going to break. We come back with more Hot Topics.
The last time internet sensation Lil Bub was on, he could barely lift his paws. But wait till you see what he's up to now. And Jeff Garber.
Yeah, you do have to do. You gotta.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
Welcome back. You know, our boss Barbara Walters just did something incredible that we want everybody to know about. Tell them, baby.
Amazing. Right now, she is opening the Barbara Walters Acute Care Treatment Center, Presbyterian Columbia University Medical Center. She said the reason she's doing this is it's important for patients and their families to have access to the best care possible. And I'm grateful to have received outstanding care at New York Presbyterian. I'm proud that this center will help save countless lives. And here's the thing. She donated $10 million.
Well, let's make her 10 million more.
Yes, we will.
Hey, you know the game show Jeopardy?
Yeah.
They are getting slammed in social media, honey, right now because they had a category included. Well, take a look.
To go with What Women Want for $200.
Some help around the house. Would it kill you to get out the Bissell bagless canister one of these every once in a while? Alan?
What is a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is what women want.
And we want vacuum?
Did I fail to mention that part? Yeah, I guess I did.
What women want.
What
Vacuum cleaners?
bothered me so much because I live for Jeopardy.
Love it.
Me too.
Live for Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune following.
Yes.
Yes. And so I was shocked.
Me too. I wanted to be like, you know, I'll take equal pay for 500, Alex.
Orgasm.
Yeah, that
Orgasm.
Yeah, that
for
wasn't in
2000.
there. Let's see. Vacuum.
The vacuum. No, never mind.
Yeah.
How about this?
Leave that.
I'm telling my secrets about my own vacuum cleaner. I don't know. How about this? Just a day after hearing about the knife-wielding intruder that got into the White House. You remember that the other day? I thought, how much stranger could it get? Well, what did we know? It got even weirder. Because a couple weeks ago, the Secret Service allowed the president to share an elevator with an armed man with a violent criminal record. Now, Nicole, you sort of understand how this could have happened. Please explain, because I found it fascinating.
Well, I mean, importantly as a drop, I mean, every newspaper in the country is editorialized by this morning that the Secret Service has lost its way. Everyone has lost confidence in the Secret Service's ability to protect the first family. So this agency is in crisis in a greater way than they have been in a generation, ever. And ever because everyone wants to get the American president, no matter who he or she is. But presidents have different levels of security depending on the kind of event they're going to. So when it's all planned out and it's all on a schedule, thousands of people are involved in moving the president, and everyone has a detailed background check. If you had a speeding ticket ever, or a parking ticket, it would be on the briefing for you. You've all been in the White House, so you've all been vetted. If you take an unannounced visit, like, you know, you see pictures of President Obama and Vice President Biden at a hamburger joint in D.C. Those are unannounced visits. The level of security going, and literally nobody knows they're going except the people in the car. The staff doesn't find out, because that's the only way to protect them from people who might happen to be there. So my guess would be, from having done both planned and unannounced stops with President Bush, that maybe they got in an elevator. This is all piling up at a horrible time for the Secret Service. I think both members of both both parties in the Congress, and I think it's probably getting to pretty high levels in the White House, have lost confidence.
I have to say, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, the one thing you always see is, you always see the Secret Service jumping in front of the bullets. They were, but somehow with him, they're like, oh, look, somebody running on the road. All right. Say you want to call somebody to get him? I mean, it's like a step and fetch it kind of thing. It's like nobody gets it. It's like nobody gets it. And yeah, we're just gonna watch the whole thing go. I mean, what are you waiting? The United States.
And his family.
Is some BS. This is the dude. I mean, what the? This is his family. This is the one thing that we always believed that the Secret Service had down.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've had this kind of freak out with the Secret Service since '63. Kennedy was killed.
You know, I've seen them empty elevators in Vegas for like Britney Spears, right? and I love Britney, and I would give her my elevator, I really would. But why they wouldn't say, everybody out, we're gonna put the Secret Service next to the guy with the gun.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's very nutty. And we're gonna ponder this some more. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics. There's a little character called Lil Bub, who's a courageous little cat who could barely move his paws, her paws, because of a condition called osteopetrosis. And we had Lil Bub on. I love that. We had her on, and she just edible. Well, baby, she's gone through a lot of therapy, and since she was here, I am thrilled to report she climbs stairs, she can jump. Look at her. I mean, and if you want to know more about Lil Bub, look her up because she's fantastic. It's a great story, and it'll make you feel good. How about an Arizona high school will not let a lesbian couple put their name in the running for the homecoming queen and queen? Because this, homecoming queen and queen. Queen. Right? Yeah. Right. So they won't let them do it, they say, because royalty must be male and female. They don't know English history. Students. English people, you know it's fun. But listen, the students are actually kind of upset about it. They're calling it the school will not budge. Now, Rose, you know a little something about this out here.
Well, this is a fact, and you can Google it, although my children do not believe it to be true. I am the homecoming queen from Comac High School South, class of 1980. I was madly in love with. He worked at Baskin-Robbins. He gave me free cones, but he liked Mary Rose, who I secretly and subconsciously had a crush on, but wasn't aware of yet. And he is a fireman with the New York City Fire Department.
Very nice.
And I love him. So I'm just telling you, there's been lesbian homecoming queens as long as there's been homecoming queens.
There you go. So, you know, everybody uses Google. It makes everybody crazy. And Google has, everybody looks something up. So folks at Funny or Die, I don't know if that's Funny or Die. I don't think it's Funny or Die. It's College Humor. Yeah, sorry, it's College Humor, another great site on YouTube, have put together what it would be like if Google were a man. Take a look.
Next. Hello there.
Is today tomorrow New Zealand?
Yes.
Foot same length Europe.
What?
Inch same length Europe.
What is YOLO?
Is that your kid's phone?
Is YOLO a drug?
What is Bitcoin?
Girls college.
Let me see here.
College girls. Nude.
This is the world we live in. Yeah. I think I'd rather have a dude too, because he's kind of fun. If you want to see the whole entirety, you can go onto our website or check it out on YouTube. And we will go and come right back with the fabulous Jeff Garlin, baby, the Goldberg.
By the way, the best part of that clip wasn't shown, which is the next stairs, and I go, I guess I'm downstairs all day. Yeah, so.
You are hilarious.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
You are so funny. It's disgusting. I tell you.
Okay.
You know, it's weird because Rosie was on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Twice.
Yes, I'm going to be doing a play with Larry David.
I heard that. So it's your son that's the...
Don't give it away.
No,
what are you doing?
No, but I'm saying... No, because I just was told that you were in it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's her son. Okay.
You just did it again.
By the way, how funny. That script is so funny.
It's
how
so funny. But you know what I wanted to ask you?
Night.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
20 tips because Larry's a little weird.
20 tips. All right. You know. All right. Next time, did you start rehearsals yet?
No.
Okay, but when you do, just walk up to him and go, you know, tell him that you. All right, because I know he's not watching. Tell him that you collect lotions from around the world. I promise you, he will fall on the floor laughing.
Okay.
Because what I do is I would walk up to anyone who did it with a guest cast, and tell them that I collect lotions from around the world. And Larry would laugh because everyone would go, what? What do you do? So just say you and then another time, just tell him you're a very gentle love maker. I know it doesn't make sense, but you'll kill him. And if you kill him, he'll love you.
Okay. Yeah, you make him laugh once and he's yours.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
That is the truth.
That's the truth.
That's it, yeah.
Now, does it all on the Goldbergs like you do on Curb?
Not like I do on Curb. I mean, I really learn my lines. It's very specific, and I have great respect for the writing. The writing's actually good.
Yes.
But every once in a while, I mean, if I have an idea, I'll go with it.
Right.
I mean, was the underwear your idea? Because the underwear scenes. Actually, the first time I watched every round, I'm like, I did this scene in your. I don't know. It's just so funny.
I was told that you were thrown by me in my underwear.
Yeah, I was.
No,
out of love.
Yes,
I mean, out of love.
Yes,
actually, I won't share, but memories.
When I first got this, they said, "Do you mind?"
Wait. You just have to savor it because it's so incredible.
Well, they said, "Would you mind?" And I said, "This is what I do at home. I can't wear pants at home, you know."
Seriously?
I walk in the door.
Not a pants guy, not even sweats.
I don't care. I mean, minutes in maybe all the years I've lived in my house have I had pants on.
But no sweats either. Like it's like a leg thing.
Underwear,
it's not just okay.
I just can't, you know.
Okay.
And also my dad. I wear boxer briefs. Dad wore tighty whities. He was always in his underwear. It's normal to me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It's very cold on the set.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be sitting here in your underwear.
You're not going to do it for us. No.
What do you mean you're not going to do it for you?
I mean, get comfortable. You're not comfortable. You're not going to get comfortable here.
What? I wouldn't be.
The wrong chair.
Are you asking me to take my pants off?
No.
Kids.
How are yours?
Oh, mine are good, really well. Yeah, your wife, everything's good.
Everything's fantastic.
I'll give them all my love, you know, I love them.
Why'd you take your pants off?
Because we wanted to see if everything we'd heard was... But
I'm not Liam Neeson. No.
You are to me, baby.
Okay.
But what I want to know is, are you shocked by how many people... I mean, because this show is so much fun, and people love it. It came out of nowhere.
Yes.
And people are so...
I'm shocked, first off, that I'm on a network show, you know? Because Curb Your Enthusiasm, that's more of my... I'm on the show, and so many more people come up to me than did... It's pretty... Hi, you're just...
I'm sorry that you're still sitting in... in your underwear.
By the way, there's nothing stupider than the pants by the ankle.
Because what do you do, right?
Gotta love it.
Oh, by the way, so on the show, the underwear that I wear, okay, has 3 layers, okay? Now listen to this, because the censor kept, first they used to say, I see movement. And then now she still goes into the editing room and goes, I see shadows. Now, mind you, it's like 2 layers of like underwear, and then there's like a sheet of like a cup almost, okay? Okay. How do you, even normal underwear, how do you see shadows? You'd have to put a flashlight behind my to see.
Be sure to check out the Goldbergs tonight at 8:30 right here on ABC. And members of our audience are all going home with the complete first season.
Man Inside in his new memoir, Easy Street, The Hard Way. Please welcome Ron Perlman.
I would like to personally thank you for letting me follow Jeff Garlin. Very sweet of you. I thought about doing the whole interview in my underwear, and now I'm completely stumped.
You know, I loved what Ryan Gosling said about the book. Can I read this? Because I thought this was a really nice compliment. So, reading Easy Street is like breaking into your uncle's stash of his best booze and cigars. That's even better than taking off your pants. Ron stands up like the Statue of Liberty, inspiring, towering, reassuring, beautiful, intimidating, and he should charge more for tours.
That's right. Yes. And because of that, I am charging more for tours, so... But I'm giving a special rate on my tour. If you booked a tour prior to the book coming out, then you get the old price.
You get the special rate. The friends and family.
One of the greatest things for me is hearing you talk about yourself as a young man, because I thought it was really something to hear that you had low self-esteem and you did not think highly of yourself. And I look at you, and now that journey, as you'll read in the book, was rocky, but you kept steady. What made steady, baby?
All those girls saying, are you kidding me?
But you've been married, what, 33 years?
38. 38 years? Actually, yeah. I say 38 because it's 38 since our first date, and I can't.
For sure, it counts.
This year.
You know, we got married,
I was just saying, yeah, like a sister.
That she is, it's my girl.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
We got married 5 years to the day from our first date.
Wow.
And it was Valentine's Day. I used to be romantic back in the day. Hard to believe, I know.
So in the book, I think if you're outside of Hollywood, you think of famous actors in your career, and then you always work. But you write about a period where you were, you know, maybe not feeling it as much as you had at other points, and you go to Mexico about a period where you were, you know, maybe not feeling it as much as you had at other points, and you go to Mexico and you're sort of reborn. And I have the same feelings about Mexico and how you kind of came back rebooted and recharged.
Well, it hit me on so many levels. First of all, it was the very first film of a young filmmaker that no one knew, named Guillermo del Toro, and so I was for his coming out party, and it was this movie that was they lost a third of their budget the night before we started principal photography, so the whole thing, every day Guillermo was throwing up, you know, just from like the terror of it all. But on top of being there to kind of witness the emergence of this amazing new voice in cinema. That I don't exactly know why, but it gave me a feeling that I had gone home, like that maybe I had spent a former life in this place.
And you wanted to house hunt, right? By the end of it, you're ready.
I was buying a house. I was joining, you know, mahjong parties. Right. I was in for the whole 9 yards.
I have to, because they're giving us all kind of signals. But I have to. I am a Hellboy fanatic. Because to me, Hellboy is about you think you know somebody, but you don't. You think because they look a certain way, they're going to be a certain way. And it is about but you don't. You think because they look a certain way, they're going to be a certain way. And it is about love also. And is there a friend of yours? Now, I'm not me, but I mean,
I wouldn't have any other black woman other than you.
But do you think there'll be a third? Is it possible?
It's possible.
Okay. Fans want it.
It's possible. You know, it was. And I know.
One of the things I love most about our next guest is she's not afraid to talk about anything. Trust me, I've known her for years and she's my good buddy. No topic is off limits. We invited her here to talk about her new 4-part series on discreet discussions. Hey, it's Mary Lou Henner. I love you. I love you. Now, first and foremost, how's your baby?
Oh my God, my two babies. Yes. Remember, they were 18. They're 18 and 20. Joey is a freshman at Northwestern. Nick is a junior at Columbia University. We lived right next door in the same building.
We lived in the same building when our babies were toddlers.
Yeah, when they were little, 3 and 1.
And we would have play dates.
We'd have play dates.
And her babies would come over, very healthy Mary Lou, and I would give them a Kool-Aid ice pop.
That's right. And they'd be bouncing off walls.
And she's like, what are you doing? I've got some kale. I'm left over. And she
sugar. It's the devil.
Yeah,
sugar is kitty cocaine.
Tell them what you said to me about milk. I went to pour myself a glass of milk, and you said,
okay, all dairy's supposed to do is turn a 50-pound calf into a 300-pound cow in 6 months. So if those are your aspirations, knock yourself out.
And I poured the milk down the drain. I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you too.
And you know this girl?
Yes. She was on my radio. Yes. She was on my radio show.
Yes, you were
March
so
17th.
supportive.
You were so great. Your book is fantastic.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Really
Just great.
Okay, thank you. But I'm going to gush about you. Because we met actually before I was on your radio show.
Right, long time ago.
A long time ago, and I fanned out, and I was like, you are the most sexiest, funniest woman ever. I love you on Taxi. You have done, and the great Robin Williams.
Thank you.
Your show was so
I saw
funny.
Whoopi at the memorial the other day. That was such a loss for all of us. And having just worked with him a few months ago and have known him for a long time, such a loss.
Yeah.
Such incredible.
But we're here, yes, and we're here for Always Discreet.
Yes, because, you know, I did a segment on my radio show, and I found out that 1 in 3 women has, you know, a sensitive bladder, and that there's a huge percentage of those women. I mean, 40 Americans are affected with this, and I found out that some women are holding themselves back from either taking an aerobics class or going dancing or going to a comedy club
or laughing.
Or laughing at all. Certainly jumping rope.
Wait, you know, I'm doing Kegels right now. Yeah.
That's good. That's right. Yeah, I heard somebody say every time you're at a stoplight, because I was just starting to drive, every time you're at a stoplight, do those. You know, do those pelvic floor exercises.
Yeah. Oh, you're serious?
Yes. No, serious.
So you don't have leakage when you giggle.
But, you know, I mean, women who have had children or anything, and sometimes, and this is the biggest thing to me. Women who are not drinking water because we're supposed to hydrate because they're afraid of just a little something. Yeah. It's like, oh, you got to keep everything flowing, and you got to, you know, hydrate yourself and keep your body like.
And women sometimes don't like to talk about it, right?
No, it's a huge. Usually takes 6 years to diagnose it because nobody's talking about it with their doctor. So I had my baby on national television, my Joey. I said, I'll talk about anything. Yep. This is an issue. I want to like help. You know, solve this issue.
That's great, and I'm glad that you came today. I love you. Our thanks to the fabulous Mary Lou Henner and our sponsor, Always Discreet, which you can get at the Kroger family of stores, and they're giving studio audience a $100 gift card from P&G and Kroger.
Brought to you by new Always Discreet, just for sensitive bladders. Perfect for your discreet moments.
There you go. We hope you had a good time. What do you people do, Ro?
And take a little time to enjoy the view.
We love you, Mary Lou. Come back. Bye,
everybody. Knock yourself out.
And I poured the milk down the drain. I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you too.
And you know
in
this girl?
Oh, she was on my radio. Oh, she was on my radio show.
Yes, you were. You were
March
so
17th.
supportive.
You were so great.
supportive.
Your book is fantastic.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Really
Just
do.
great.
Okay, thank you. But I'm going to gush about you. Because we met actually before I was on your radio show.
Right, long time ago.
A long time ago. You and I fanned out, and I was like, you are the most sexiest, funniest woman ever. I loved you on Taxi. You have done, and the great Robin Williams.
Thank you.
You know, your show was so
I saw
funny.
Whoopi at the memorial the other day. That was such a loss for all of us. And having just worked with him a few months ago and have known him for a long time, such a loss.
Yeah.
Such incredible.
But we're here, yes, and we're here for Always Discreet.
Yes, because, you know, I did a segment on my radio show, and I found out that 1 in 3 women has, you know, a sensitive bladder, and that there's a huge percentage of those women. I mean, 40 Americans are affected with this, and I found out that some women are holding themselves back from either taking an aerobics class, or going dancing, or going to a comedy club,
or laughing.
Or laughing at all. Certainly jumping rope.
Wait, you know, I'm doing Kegels right now.
Yeah. That's good. That's right. Yeah, I learned somebody say every time you're at a stoplight, because I was just starting to drive, every time you're at a stoplight, do those. You know, do those pelvic floor exercises.
Oh, you're serious?
Yes. No, serious.
So you don't have leakage when you giggle.
But you know, I mean, women who have had children or anything, and sometimes, and this is the biggest thing to me. Women who are not drinking water because we're supposed to hydrate because they're afraid of just a little something. Yeah. It's like, oh, you got to keep everything flowing, and you got to, you know, hydrate yourself and keep your body like.
And women sometimes don't like to talk about it, right?
No, it's a huge. It usually takes 6 years to diagnose it because nobody's talking about it with their doctor. So I had my baby on national television, my Joey. I said, I'll talk about anything. This is an issue. I want to like help. You know, solve this issue.
That's great, and I'm glad that you came today. I love you. Our thanks to the fabulous Mary Lou Henner and our sponsor, Always Discreet, which you can get at the Kroger family of stores, and they're giving studio audience a $100 gift card from P&G and Kroger.
Brought to you by new Always Discreet, just for sensitive bladders. Perfect for your discreet moments.
And take a little time to enjoy the view.
We love you.